McDonald v. City of Chicago was a landmark Supreme Court case that dealt with the Second Amendment and whether its protections applied to state and local governments. The case followed the court's decision in District of Columbia v. Heller, which recognized an individual's right to possess firearms for lawful purposes like self-defense, but only applied to federal jurisdictions like Washington, D.C. In McDonald, the plaintiffs, led by Otis McDonald, a Chicago resident, challenged a Chicago law that effectively banned handguns. They argued that this restriction violated their Second Amendment rights and sought to have those rights incorporated against the states through the 14th Amendment. The central legal question was whether the Second Amendment's right to keep and bear arms was incorporated by the Due Process Clause or possibly the Privileges or Immunities Clause of the 14th Amendment, thus limiting state and local governments. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of McDonald, holding that the Second Amendment does apply to the states. Writing for the majority, Justice Alito reasoned that the right to keep and bear arms is fundamental to our scheme of ordered liberty and is deeply rooted in this nation's history and tradition. While the court reaffirmed the individual right established in Heller, it extended that protection nationwide through incorporation. The ruling in McDonald v. City of Chicago was a major victory for gun rights activists and clarified the reach of constitutional protections regarding firearms, and marked a key moment in the broader debate over how and when rights in the Bill of Rights apply to state governments. Though the courts didn't strike down all forms of gun regulation, it placed clear limits on total bans and reinforced the idea that the Constitution sets a national floor for individual rights. The case remains significant for its expansion of Second Amendment protections and for continuing the trend of applying Bill of Rights freedoms at all levels of government.